सो हेलो गाइस। आज हम लोग एक नए पॉडकास्ट के साथ आप सभी के साथ आए हैं एंड हमारे साथ प्रवीण है। और आज का पॉडकास्ट मैं आप सभी से बोलूंगा जरूर देखें। जो लोग बिजनेस वर्क करते हैं, जो लोग स्टार्टअप्स करते हैं या कोई भी डेवलपमेंट का वर्क करते हैं, ब्लॉगिंग करते हैं, वो लोग जरूर देखें, क्योंकि हम लोग बहुत ही स्मॉल मिस्टेक्स कर देते हैं। शायद वो चीजें हमें पता नहीं होती हैं, बेसिक्स बहुत होती हैं, हम लोग शायद इग्नोर कर देते हैं उन सब चीजों को। तो Pravin is a very good guy, and I have discussed so many things with him. So, and trust me, guys, he will guide you in a very technical manner also. So we will start from here. So Pravin is he's a CEO of Cyber Technology Solutions, and apart from this, he has a very vast domain in so many things, just like project management and program management, leadership development, and he's has also experience in business analysis, corporate training, and market research also. And he's working since 1998, so it's been a very long period. So I am hoping I will also get so many good insights from him, because I'm also learning so many things from when I'm doing the podcast with the people. So we will be starting very from basics. So we will cover not only we will cover technical perspective, we will cover some aspects of also that how he's working when any client connects to Praveen, how he's dealing, what is the method of approaching method, how he work for the client, right? So we'll be cover all the things. So welcome Praveen. I welcome on my channel. Let me tell you, it's a very small channel. I'm just trying some good things for the society. I mean, it's not for the entertainment, but just I'm trying to get some good people which can help a single person. If it will be help, that will be okay. ओके सो वेलकम अगेन। थोड़ा सा आप अपने बारे में ओवरव्यू बता दीजिए हमारे ऑडियंस को। ओवर टू यू।
Yeah, yeah, you have already kind of given a brief introduction about me. So, as you said, mentioned, I have been in this industry since 1998. When people were running away from computers because of Y2K problem, I came into the IT industry. So, I have seen computer industry evolve in front of me. I started with the kind of tool sets when I mean, the only base operating system during those days was DOS, Unix, and so on. And then I've seen Windows operating system coming in, working with different distros of Unix, Linux, and then I also being part of lots of product development initiatives. So in short, I have seen this computer industry evolve from computer science to IT industry, digital technology, and AI and everything which you see now. With the young generation get very fascinated with the things like AI, ChatGPT, everything. We have been actually knowing this since a long time because AI is nothing but computers. AI came along with, so computer is nothing but artificial intelligent device. So AI has been, it's only there due to the current fad because of chat GPTs and other things, people are now recognizing AI as a separate entity. But AI is nothing but an internal integrated property or parameter of computer itself. So I can remember in 1998, we were using, just like how we have chat GPT now, we were playing around with a tool called as Eliza, which was a very first and raw prototype of what we call ChatGPT today in 1998. So yeah, things have been around. It's only thing which I tell people is like don't go with the fad. Just try to investigate the things, just try to understand the things, and then you will get to know the depths of the things. So yeah, so that's basically about me. To know more about me, I mean, you already will be sharing my website link and LinkedIn links in the description, so people can get to know about me from
Yeah,
there.
all the links and whatever the services you provide, all the links, guys, you can see in the description. I'll be putting all the links. Okay. So my first question will be, so I see so many people are means whether they are in their colleges or they
Mhm,
are doing
mhm,
startups, they are CEO founders, and so many. They are means
mhm,
developing so many websites for the custom development
mhm,
also, for blogging also, for
mhm,
means any other work, right? But
mhm.
many of
Yeah.
them with the
Mhm,
with their work just because in 3 to 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, right?
mhm,
So
mhm.
can you tell me what can be the major reason behind this? Why they are just closing their business in very few in a very few span of time?
Mhm. I am not the right person to comment on why people close their business because there are lots of other various factors. I mean, due to financial factors, environmental factors, market factors, and all those factors. So, but yeah, I can answer one of your question like why websites, why everything is in the web today, why people keep building webs, why there are lots of websites, why are the most of the application in form of websites or web applications. So if we see that when computers had come into a commercial area, basically during those days the operating systems were very limited. I mean it was DOS, Linux, Unix, and the networking capability was only limited to LAN, at the most WAN, which was internal private networks. But then when internet was completely commercialized from ARPANET to proper internet, it's like people had started building remote documents or remote pages, which we call web pages. And then companies started to come up with their online presence called as websites. Now, during those websites, when we say Web 1.0, so there are different generations of webs, and even people get confused about them. People think that's a version of some tools or applications, but the reality is Web 1.0 was the initial stage. It was the initial era of computer, of internet, where people are just getting passive websites, just like how we have advertisements today, brochures today. Websites were just nothing but online brochures or online identity kind of. But later on, as the generations passed, we started getting concepts called the blogging chats. I'm not sure how many of them were actually using Yahoo Chat or long back Google Chat, Rediff Chat, and all those chat. There was a tool called as ICQ. Those are the initial days of web chatting and web communication. And during those days, the internet had evolved from just being a static place to a dynamic, interactive area of communication. And that is where we call it Web 2.0. Now the next gen of web where we are having blockchains and we are having next gen entities like we have 5G, we have virtual reality and all those things. Now this current generation is called as Web 3.0, which is a generation where the internet has come out of browsers. Now we have
अच्छा
internet not just on uh, computer screen. We have internet on your watches. We have internet on your devices. We have IoT, Internet of Things. We have devices. We have internet on your regular devices or machines like AC, fridge, and everything. So this is the era of Web 3.0, and soon we will be moving towards 4.0. So now, if we summarize this, why websites today? Earlier, the applications were only limited to computer screens. You had mainframe applications, you had DOS applications, you had Windows applications, you had map applications, which are completely native, no connectivity to other applications. There were specialized network applications, which actually were connecting your devices or your documents to network, but not through internet. Now what happens is, with this boom that we have, everything is connected. In that stage, what happens is everything passes through your internet. And now internet, we also get confused with the term called as cloud. Now, this is again an interesting paradigm like cloud. People say cloud. What is cloud? So it's like in older days, when you used to design technical architecture, the WAN or internet used to be kind of symbolized with the cloud. Because generally on the physical local device, you had the symbol of disk, you had symbol of floppy and everything, but internet was wider and network was completely wide. So they used to show it using cloud. That cloud is nothing but internet. But the problem is like because of marketing gimmicks and everything, is you say that you're the old wine in new bottle. What they do is they kind of sell the old things in the new name. Like corporate industry became IT industry, it became digital technology, cyber technology, and so on. That's the reason why if you see today, everything is connected, and that's the reason why the base of everything is web. That's the reason why all the applications which used to be native applications, now we are people are building websites, web applications, and those web applications are also replicated as native applications on mobile devices. We have
Yeah.
smart TV, we have OTT applications. So everything the connection background, the connecting background for this is web or cloud. So that's the reason why you will see lots of websites coming up. Now, as you mentioned, the websites get shut off. There are lots of reasons. One is the financial reason, one is the business reason, but the technical reason might be sometimes you get sabotaged. The domains get sabotaged. The websites, because of security reasons, they get deflashed. Sometimes because of regulatory reasons, the websites are supposed to be closed down because those websites might be into illegal activity and so on. So today's topic of discussion majorly on this technical side of what happens when you don't maintain your websites properly, when you don't take care of the regulations, when you don't take care of the basic practices. So yeah, this is one reason what we'll be discussing in today's call. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, sure, sure. So that was also my second question. Means, what can be the mistakes, basic, because you deal with so many clients on daily basis, so you will be knowing what can be the major mistakes, 1 to 2 mistakes. Can you tell us
Mhm.
uh, during building the website at the initial stage, what customers are facing issues, what they are
Mhm.
means handling in the starting?
See, basically, website. What exactly is a website? So, as a layman, if I ask you, a non-technical person, suppose if you're, imagine that you're a non-technical person, you know nothing about technology. If I ask you, what is a website? What comes in your mind when as soon as you listen to the word website? What comes in your mind? What do you imagine when you listen to the word website immediately?
I think some one page only.
Okay, where is that page?
Uh, somewhere means, if I'm not technical, then I cannot also imagine that
Mhm.
URLs. But I can
Mhm.
think that will be
Yeah.
something that can be shown to
Mhm.
the user.
Yeah. See, basically, it's like any page which comes on your browser, computer browser, is a web page. As simple as that. Now, website, when people say website, so people come to me and they keep asking me, okay, now domain name. So, website has three components. One is the domain name, one is the web hosting, and third one is the website design and development. Now, what happens is people just come to me, okay, मुझे .com चाहिए. I need a .com. Now, when they say I need a .com, the language is like they want a website. And when they say, oh, generally I need a website, and how is it different from Facebook page and all those things. So I need to explain them, see, your website is your own private identity or your identity of a business online. People recognize you through your domain name. Recently, you must have, everybody knows about in the news, the Geo Hotstar domain controversy. It was a big
I,
controversy actually, and it appeared to be like it just faded away. So basically, your domain name also becomes a brand name. Now, I will just ask you in a simple term. So this is how I explain people what exactly is a website. So if I ask you in a very common term, if you want to build a house or if you want to get a house, what is the house built on? I mean, if you want to build your own house, what are the needs? What are your needs? Or what is something that you need to complete? A house is built on earth, which is land. You need a land. बिना जमीन के flat building, shopping, nothing can be built. You need a land. Now, how do you get a land?
yep, from some person.
Yeah, but how will you say that land is yours land?
There'll be
Even if you give the money, even if you give the money to a person, will that land become your land? What's the most important thing that is needed to say that this land is your land?
I think technical means technical things like papers and signatures, that things.
So, yeah, so the first and foremost thing is like you cannot say this land is yours until unless the government registers it in your name. Land registration.
Mm.
Even if you give the person the money, the person says, okay, this land is yours from now. I mean, it doesn't work. It needs to be registered in your name, registry. Similar to the land, your website needs to be identified by your company's name, and for that you need a registration. That registration is nothing but domain name. If it's a google.com, yamai-com, so it's a registered name, and that is actually registered just like how land has registration with the government. There is a international governance which takes care of all the domain name registration. That's called as ICANN. It's a registry, domain name registry. So that is the first thing. You need land for building a house. Even to get a website identified online, you need a domain name. So this is how I explain to people. For your house, you need a land. For a website, you need a domain name. And after getting a domain name, next to build a house, as you said, we need bricks, mortar, and everything. For that, next is you need the so first was land, second was ration, third was the bricks, mortar, raw material, your architecture diagram and everything. That exactly is what you need for a website. The the design is your architecture diagram and your coding, HTML, everything that becomes a raw material, your bricks and everything. So this is how exactly. So when someone says, okay, मेरे को एक .com में कितना space मिलेगा? I just said domain name doesn't give you a space. It is like you are just associating that domain name to the web hosting space. Now here this comes the three aspects: web hosting, domain name, and your design and development. Now this exactly is a common mistake. What people do is people go for cheap hosting and cheap design. So a web designer basically says, आपको मैं 2000 में डोमेन रजिस्ट्रेशन होस्टिंग और वेबसाइट सब दे दूंगा. People fall for it. Now, and when a professional person gives them a quote that you need at least 7,500 to build a standard static website, they say I am getting everything for cheap. This is where the mistake happens. The people go there, and then the developer what do is the developers are first of all imagine a person who is giving you everything for 2,500. What a person will be doing? The person will be copying the things from different places. He will be just reusing the templates. He might be copying the templates, just builds it something because the person has to put efforts. Now, if the person doesn't have to put efforts, he will give you for cheaper rate, copy, use ready-made templates, buy some ready-made templates, and your website goes up. And the problem is hosting. The person gets bulk hosting from somewhere, bulk space, and that person will give you a small space. It's just like you are getting a small PG in a big house. That's what the person does. You are not getting your own house. They are saying this is a hosting space. They will say आपको आपको क्या समझ में आने वाला है कैसे करना है. So they just give them a small space in their own hosting space, and then they buy domain name in their behalf, but the registration details and everything they put it on their name, so that even when you are paying for everything, the domain name belongs to that person because that person doesn't give you control panel. Now the person gives you transparency. Okay, this is the registration details for your domain. These are your domain. Every control is with that person. Now tomorrow what happens is controversies come up. Now the designs with the person I use, it was a copyrighted design. They use some random photos from somewhere. And then what happens is website is yours. Your business is working, going fine. All of a sudden you get a copyright infringement notice saying, okay, your website is using, and the person says, okay, but the designer built it. They will say, we don't care. It is your website. You are the owner. And then you have to go with all the litigations. Do you go to a designer says, okay, 2,500 में क्या चाहिए? It is not his headache. That is your headache. But you cannot blame that person because court will clearly tell you, are you a fool? You're doing a business. Are you a fool? Don't you check? So these are the mistakes that people do. And then, of course, in 2,500, what is the cybersecurity thing that will get? I mean, they build a cheap website, they get on some cheap hosting, and then they are also getting your host. So tomorrow, if some controversy, suppose if the person says, okay, if you want a domain name, you will have to give me this much money. And you will say, okay, but I already paid you. The person will say, but आपने डिजाइनिंग का पे किया, डोमेन तो मेरा है. So this is like so no transparency, no accountability, and this is the first and foremost mistake that businesses do. So when you're going for a hosting provider or going for a vendor, just say what is the reputation for that, and if that person is an authorized, if that person is giving you hosting, see if that person actually is an authorized reseller or authorized dealer for that hosting and domain name services. Because the person who is giving you domain should be able to give you control panel, give you the passwords for control panel and everything. So this is the first and foremost thing. Never go for the package deal like okay we give you hosting and everything. Go for package deal only if that company is a registered company and is authorized dealer. Like for example, Cyberant is authorized reseller and hosting company. So we do the control panel and everything, and we are registered. So those are the things that people need to take precaution. So these mistakes should be avoided, or it will cost later on because money you save now will go multiple folds outside in form of litigations and controversies.
Okay. So you have answered my two next questions already in this session.
Mm-hmm.
Covering the next one, uh, just say when a newbie starts, okay, so he don't know
Mm-hmm.
means what actually the reputation of any company. Just I'm taking the example of the main domain and hosting, which gives like Hostinger and GoDaddy and
Mm-hmm.
Namecheap. These
Mm-hmm.
websites are very
Mm-hmm.
reputed in the market, and they do a lot of work. I think Hostinger do most of
Mm-hmm.
the of their means
Mm-hmm.
domain. In the sales season, you will see every next ad is of Hostinger, right? So how a
Mm-hmm.
new means check that whether we are getting at the right place, or means there
Mm-hmm.
is any site, or just like you said, you have a site in cyber, are a certified, check each and everything. If
Mm-hmm.
he's taken from any other place, so how he can check?
Mm-hmm. So first of all, it's like I will ask one simple question. When you buy something from Amazon, when
Mhm.
you're buying something from Amazon, how do you ensure that the product which you are buying, because Amazon has different dealers, and how do you ensure that the product that you're buying is of good quality? How do you ensure, what is the deciding factor for you to buy that product?
My main factor in not only Amazon, but any product I purchase, I go with the review, and I means
Yeah.
video reviews and the normal text reviews,
Mm-hmm.
each and everything I
Mm-hmm.
test.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's like generally, even for domain and hosting, there are reviews, online reviews, so people actually can check. So today, everything is transparent in these days. So you just go for review. Or next way is like if someone else is already using some hosting, you can just like in your friend circle, there may be people who are having their own websites. You can ask them, like from where are you getting the hosting? Which company? What is your experience? You get first-hand experience. So this is the first stage to ensure. Now, if there is some unknown kind of host, like for example, I am coming here, I am my primary work is not hosting a domain. I provide domain hosting for those who actually are coming for solutions from me. So basically, for person like me, we already have reputations online. We have our LinkedIn profiles. We have experience. So if a person is giving you a sort of solution, you can check that person's credibility on LinkedIn and ask the people who know him kind of. So these are the two different factors. Cyberend.biz also is a registered organization. It's OPC Private Limited. So you need to ensure that the companies which are going through are actually a recognized company. Like we are startup in the recognized company. Likewise, if you go for any other company, check for the credentials, check for the reviews. So for us, basically, we don't have a big review system kind of thing because the solutions that we provide are not kind of a solution which is a kind of a retail solution. We provide reviews. We provide mentoring, we provide solutioning and those kind of things, which are not commodities. So we don't have such reviews as such online, but yeah, you already have my LinkedIn profile. You already know there are different common people in the networks and so on. So to get my to know about my reputation, you can check out. There are different ways to check out the people whom I have provided the solutions. So there are different ways how you can find out whether the company which you are approaching is a recognized company or not.
Yeah. One more thing I want to add in this, when I see the product or anything, or if any SaaS product also I'm taking, then
Hmm.
uh, there are so many paid reviews also. Means it's a
Hmm.
very big thing, and there are so many paid reviews. So
Hmm.
for the user, I think a user can also go with the, just like in Segment, I have
Hmm.
seen you said that you get a free consultation. I think at the starting means you
Hmm.
help to the user. So for the users,
Hmm.
and you can also go with this, because so many big companies I have seen, they don't have good user support. Means after purchasing also, they
Hmm.
means you can't get live chat support, and if
Hmm.
that is not
Hmm.
able, then what is the use if next day you get some
Hmm.
alerts or some security issue? Who will be dealing with
Hmm.
it? And that is a very major factor. So what Pravin is
Hmm.
giving to you, I think the free
Hmm.
consultation is a very good thing, and one to one, if
Hmm.
you will discuss with someone, that will be a
Hmm. Hmm.
very good thing to go on.
In my case, I don't provide live chat. I directly connect through WhatsApp or phone because the worst thing which I saw today is like people get frustrated with the live chat. Now, what happened is to save the money. What companies have started doing is they have started going for this kind of chatbots kind of thing, and that chatbot is kind of continuously taking the person into continuous loop, saying that if the person, for example, if the person says, okay, I have this particular technical problem, chatbot will say, okay, have you checked this? Have you checked this? Have you checked this? And then for live chat, very rarely you get access to a live human. And even on the phone, if you these days call any of the help desk phone numbers, they will keep kind of taking you through a maze of what do you say IVRs. And then all of a sudden they say, okay, please check our website. It was great talking to you. What I've done is I don't have these kind of chatbots or so people can directly reach out to me on WhatsApp or through phone. They can even drop directly the mail to the support email IDs, and then we ensure that we reach out to them. So this is how we provide. We still go with the traditional way. We don't go with these chatbot things because the chatbots looks cool, but the problem is like I personally am a customer of different commodities, so I know the frustration which I get, like payment failure or something. So even when the person is kind of purchasing something from us, I explicitly get on the call or on Google Meet call or something. I ask that person to kind of share the screen if the person is facing difficulty, and then ask them, okay, just click here, and this will be done. So this is the kind of customer support that we provide. I personally provide because I am also a customer support professional. So I know the frustration customers. So this is something from the customers support which we guarantee.
Yeah, and uh, um, chatbots are really very irritating. Means when recently I was having on some online website. I don't remember the name, but I was discussing. I want to miss. I need miss immediate help. But there was a
Mhm,
chatbot. I think it's of AI built or something that already added prompts from the admin.
mhm,
I have seen that, but they are very
mhm.
irritating. When you keep on saying, "Are you human?" I need to talk some human person, but they keep on repeating, and at the end they give up with the email
Mhm.
ID or they refer to the website, and this is really very irritating.
Worst cases, they don't even give you phone number, and even if you call on the phone, it's another kind of chatbot which keeps taking you all around the uh,
Exactly.
infinite loop of IVR. Now, there's one small keyword. Like many, I have seen this. Many of the chatbot if companies, if they have human chat professionals available or your live chat agents, you can just type live agent 2 to 3 times. So maybe sometimes what happens is when you type live agent, there's a hidden keyword which actually takes you to the human agent. So this many of them don't know, but this is based on trial and error. I tried to do it. So I just type live agent and just see if it's connecting to some live agent or not. Sometimes okay, I'm not able to understand what you say. I'm transferring to live. So this is a small trick which people can try. Type live agent
Okay,
in
so
the
I
chatbot.
want the guys to try on so many websites this thing.
Okay.
So okay, moving on the next question. Means I was when we do SEO in the blogging, when we write articles. So uh, due to the AI, is this now more difficult to rank on Google?
So actually, that's something which I keep myself away from. See, basically, when people come to me for websites, so I tell them, see, one is the foremost thing is like when you're building a website, don't directly go for SEO because SEO is like you are kind of fermenting something. So it's like when you ferment something, it has to stay for a longer time. Like if you're baking dosa, idli, or if you're making a yogurt, curd, it's like the raw materials, ingredients should stay for 8 hours, 12 or something. SEO is just like that. It's not that immediate. So any company which says, okay, your website will be ranked immediately on the first day when you're building a website or when you come to us, it's a red flag. It cannot happen because they use black hat techniques which actually will get your site blacklisted. Google ranking depends on your content, how people. So not just Google, all the algorithms keep changing based on time and the human behavior. So what many SEO practitioners they do is they just put this title like the best bakery in this town, best shoemaker in this town. So the problem is like I personally, from the moral point of view, I say okay, we cannot claim ourselves best. It's the customers who need to tell we are best.
Mhm.
So there's no point. It's like best bakery in this town kind of. So there's no point. Focus on the content, what you are giving. Focus on the unique USP that you are having. So, for example, if on my websites you will find those things that you won't get by other vendors. So I focus majorly on content. So just focus on content and focus on human to human touch. Because the problem is like even if you go for digital marketing, there's lots of competition. I mean, there's a small space. There are chatbots. They actually kind of check through the content. In fact, one aspect which will affect SEO is like these days, due to chatbots, even if you go to Alexa or if you go to any chat, because these days you don't have to go to search engine. Even if
Mhm.
you go to Copilot or if you go to any other chatbot, which are connected to internet database, and you will say okay, I want please tell me the nearest rickshaw stand, or please tell me the nearest copier shop.
Mhm.
Even it will give you with connect when it's connected to Google Maps or everything. So now SEO is not the only thing which determines your presence. You can be found everywhere. You can even be found if, for example, if you say okay, places near me on Google. Even if you go to Zomato actually shows you the restaurants that are near you. So proximity is, so these all are semantics. So it's like HTML5 brought along with its semantics, and it's like today everything is related. So SEO is not the only thing that you need to focus on. You need to focus on your presence in terms of people. So people write reviews about you. So more reviews they write about you, the more chance is like you get kind of presence. Now, don't go for paid reviews because paid reviews are false and people can make out paid reviews. What happens is the paid reviews has a similar pattern. It was a very good service. It is excellent. But if you go for any negative review, you will see, okay, the negative review is paragraph, 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 and they exactly tell you what problem is. So whenever I first check the negative reviews and then I go to positive review. So AI, everything is there, but because of AI, your presence will improve, in fact. So focus on the content of your website. The more unique your content is, the more useful and more relatable your content is. Search engines, AIs, everyone will be searching around you.
Mhm. So
Just go. I
recent.
will give you one example. Just go to Copilot, not ChatGPT. Just go to Microsoft Copilot and ask who is Pravin Dhaifule. What it gives you is nothing but what is written on on my website. So what Copilot does is, if you say who is Pravin Dhaifule, what it will do is it will first check my website, dhaifule.com, because Dhaifule is the word in my surname.com. That's the domain name. That's the reason why we also have to have domain names which are related to your business, not shortcuts. So it goes to dhaifule.com, then it goes to my LinkedIn profile. Then it goes to all my other search, and then what it curates everything, and then so this is how exactly you need to focus on rather than just SEO. Your domain name itself should be such a way that it should resemble your company. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, yeah. Recently, I was reading one of the article from Google. Uh, they also said that whether you write in your human touch, means it's human written or it's AI written, that does not matter to us very much. We just want you to focus on the content that must be very means very
Mhm.
finishing, that must be very good. Means it should not look like that you are selling like you are selling applications and you are written something about fruits also. That should not be, means whatever content you are giving, that should be very
Mhm.
perfect, so users can once they come, they should get good results. And in the recent means update in the, I think, November, Google SEO update Google has given, in that also some restrictions Google has added, that whoever means were ranking, just like in any article, news websites are on the top because they write each and everything, means they know about application also, they know about politics also, they name is each and everything and they are ranking. So that thing Google has identified, that whatever you are doing, you can add the affiliates related to that also, and you have to rank according to that. Not each and every time the big website will be ranking.
So, related to what you mentioned, it's like I will give you one more hint. So if you see my website, my company's website also, and even if you see on LinkedIn, I keep writing articles. So if you, so for example, if you see today, uh, if you're going to know about, okay, what is the better cheese, or suppose if you write some help, ask some help question like, is milk really healthy? What happens is if you see lots of websites which actually are kind of giving you everything around milk, and what it does is the AI these days, if you see today Google and everyone, they actually collate the content. So they, okay, these are the top articles that we found, and then it selects the top articles. So it's also important that if you're into a business, like for example, if you're into a cake business of bakery, so as a owner, you can put the separate blog section, knowledge section, and you can say, okay, what is yeast, how it helps, how to spot the difference between a maida or a fine flour biscuit or a whole wheat biscuit. So these are the articles that people keep searching. So even if you put these kind of articles, people okay, you are not just do business, you are also spreading knowledge. And then people say, okay, this person is giving you us knowledge articles. So this means this person might be able to give me a better product. So this is also one hint, as you mentioned, that websites keep going on articles. So these are something which also help. But then ensure that you are not copying the articles, because these days I've seen, okay, check for example, go for any properties of Rudraksha. You will see 5 to 6 different websites showing the same content, copying the same content. So what's the point of that? So ensure that your content is also unique. You are not going for plagiarism, because this plagiarism will also make your website go down.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's come to your means services, whatever you provide. Want to ask, let's say one user is there and he want
Mhm,
to start from the initial. So what is your process? Means how do you connect?
mhm,
How do you get leads, or
mhm,
how to help to them customer to the end, from starting to end
mhm,
point in a very brief
mhm,
way?
mhm. That's a good question. It doesn't just relate to me or my service, it relates to everything, every service. Even if it's a shoe seller, if it's a bakery, if it's a food or anything. So basically, I will take from the perspective of I have a solution called as set up a business online presence. Now, suppose there is a very small shop, or suppose if there is very small a kind of a recruitment firm, for example, take a recruitment firm of 3 employees who want to set up their online presence. Now, what happens is today, if you tell, okay, I provide you jobs, people will first ask you, okay, do you have any website? Because website needs to be genuine. Now, that person comes, okay, that person tells me, okay, I have a very limited budget upfront. Okay, then we don't want to go for the cheap 2,500 kind of thing, but we want a decent website which gives us our control and everything. So, first and foremost thing which I ask them is, okay, what is the goal? How frequently you will be changing your website, your content? How frequently? They say, okay, we have to keep posting jobs, we have to keep updating the content, we have to keep updating news and everything. So basically, I first ask them, okay, do you have a dedicated person for that? If they say no, we don't have dedicated. If they say okay, we have one junior who keeps updating our social, we manage our social media and everything. Then we say, oh, fine. Then I tell them, okay, you just have to go for a domain name, then a kind of minimum space like you can say, okay, you can have 500 MB to 1 GB space web hosting, and then you can go for a reputed content man. Now there is a concept called a content management system. In olden days, people used to create everything from scratch, like write a code, write HTML. Now you can use content management. Now there are specific content management platforms like Drupal, Joomla, and most popular today is WordPress, because WordPress has graduated today from blogging to a complete CMS, wherein any company can start their website. So now what happens is those WordPress itself has lots of verified templates within them. What they can do is they can get the website, they can get a domain, and they can get a hosting, small hosting, and then they can just install open source WordPress, because WordPress doesn't charge you. And even if they don't want to go for designing, explicit designing services, they can just use any WordPress template, change the logo and everything. And I provide them assistance in that. Now, in that case, it's like we go step by step. They don't have to go for a very fancy website. They need to get an online presence right now. So they get a website, then I ask them go for a explicitly separate email hosting service. So they don't have to go for Outlook or anything. They can go for Google Workspaces or they can go for Zoho. I'm not promoting any services, I'm just giving examples. So we have Google Workspaces, we have Microsoft 365 solutions, we have Zoho, and then we also have private email hosting services. So I always ask them ensure that because what people do is the people use the same email hosting service from the web hosting, and that's a major hazard which can lead you in problem. So ask them to get a proper reputed premium email hosting which doesn't cost more.
Yeah.
It starts from 99 per month, 90 per month to somewhat 200, depends on what you want. So this is a complete solution. Now I tell them go for a separate solution. Don't put all the eggs in one basket. So I
Mm.
ask them, I give them control panel, I give them everything. So they have the control over it. And I am needed only when they need extra support. So I help them set up their existing website presence, and wherever they need support, they reach out to. So this is like I connect with the person. I don't sell directly everything online. So it's like so personal touch. What happens is they know me, they work with me, and they get to know okay this person, what my knowledge is, what my skills are, and then whenever they are in problem, they send me message through WhatsApp or phone, and then I help them. So kind of. This is how I connect with the customer, and this is what other businesses can also do, rather than depending everything, making everything depend on chatbots and everything.
Okay. So what are your means the main customers? Are there means Asia specific means like Indians or foreign customers are more aligned?
I mean, it's a IT business, so local or geography isn't a limit. I'm into consultancy. I'm majorly into solution. I'm majorly into mentoring. So I mentor. I can mentor everyone, whether they are from India or outside. Hosting services also have both for Indians as well as international both. And while doing that, we also take care of all the GDPR and all other. We exactly tell the customers that you also need to take care of data privacy and everything. So customers don't know. We need to explicitly tell them. If you are having an e-commerce website, you need to go for a proper SSL. You need to ensure that you are having proper privacy regulations in place. So this education part is also what we kind of do with them. We just don't sell. We educate them and we ensure that they won't fall prey to any kind of controversies later. So we
Mm.
also take care of because I'm also cybersecurity professional. So this is gives an added bonus for me.
Do you get bad reviews on the website? And if you get, how do you handle that?
So basically, reviews we get a person gets review when they are selling something online. Mine is customer to customer directly. So
Mm.
as I told you, I am continuously in touch with the customers. So if the customer say, okay, we are not following this, so directly they come back to me. They discuss with me on the phone itself or WhatsApp. Say, we are not happy, and I say why you are not happy, and then they tell me the difficulties. So it's like I don't sell anything as e-commerce to get reviews, but then my reviews are like a person, you can directly ask the person with whom I have worked with. So they actually tell me this is a difficulty I have faced. So it's just person to person touch. It's not kind of a product which I sell online.
Okay. So, apart from this technical, I have a question that education in India is what is your take? If I personally feel means I make so many shorts videos, long videos. I am also making one education of India. I'm really dumb. Means it's very bad. Means I say on the video and directly that it's really very bad. Means the infrastructure, and if you take example of government schools of India, then they are means worst of worst. They are not giving any type of knowledge, and we are moving to the 5G, 6G. We are going to the AI and cyber security. So many things. World is changing so much, but in India, still we are very much lacking, as my point of view, and I want to know your take on this.
You basically see it's something which I am actually working towards also. So I will tell you one simple reason. In India, in India, when a child is born, whether regardless whether it's a boy or a girl, when a child is born, what immediately parents say about that child?
we I think we give identity to मेरा बच्चा ये बनेगा.
That's it. So it's like, so generally the problem is in our Indian, I won't say Indian culture, I won't say typical human culture. So basically, humans, we always think about gains first, gains. Because based on our past experiences and what we see around, we always want our life to be secure. But sometimes we become so overprotective and over security conscious that what we do is we actually start and putting things on like a child. Child does nothing. So child believes whatever elders say is right. So it's like right from the school days in India, especially, we put children into rat race. That I mean, from where did this phrase came? Sharma ji ka beta, Sharma ji ki beti. The
Hmm.
comparative phase. It's like we always compare one child with other child. It's like one size fits all. So it's like right from the school days, even the school, the parents, they put the pressure because the one goal is paise kamana hai. That's it. Regardless of what you do, you need to get in money. And for that, you need to get good percentage. You need to, due to overpopulation, the college seats are limited. Now, children are only taught rat race, rat race, rat race. And in that, they are taught how to compete, how to beat others in studies. Now, what happens is with the same mindset, they get into college. Colleges, I call colleges, I mean, nothing, I don't have any kind of disregard or disrespect for anyone. I have told this personally to many of the college professors that in India, colleges are nothing but worker factories. There are many colleges who are focusing on quality education, practical education, students do projects and everything. But then the mentality of students have always been like, I want to get a good, because now the problem is they always want to get a job in Google, Microsoft, and they want everything shortcut. They want immediately for 40 lakhs packages, 50 lakh packages in the first job. And because of this, what happens is the students are getting into mugging up the things rather than doing something productive. How many students say, okay, we will want to work for startups? Because students know in startups you have to work more and you get lesser salary as compared to the biggies. And now because of this culture, the startups actually are forced to attract young talent by offering them more salaries. Because of this, the economy is getting impacted. Because of this, the mental stage is, I mean, mental situation is getting impacted. Why are youngsters kind of committing suicides? Why are youngsters come? Because of this pressure. Why don't we just tell the students, okay, जो कमाना है कमा ले, at least decent salary कमा, but then you need to be capable. Why are colleges in India not innovative? If you see MIT in US, if you see other colleges, Google, everything, most of the colleges are actually building products. So I had come with this one dream initiative for which I'm reaching out to many colleges. I want to come with initial I mean, center of excellences in academies where I want to mentor the students on how to kind of get into practical aspects of building something rather than the theoretical aspects. Because if you have this mindset, like, okay, I want to become a startup owner, I am a technical person, I am strong, and they get into startup to build something, but then they say, okay, it's not aligning with the market. So the problem which you're saying, improving the education system, this is one initiative, my dream initiative, which I hope the academies will kind of partner with me for that. It's like I want to kind of partner with the organizations, academies, such a way that we can impart practical knowledge to the students. We can actually bring them out of a comfort zone. I can kind of mentor them how exactly to meet the market requirements, do the requirement analysis, and then come up with a product which actually be sold in the market, which in which they will be developed completely, not from academics perspective, but as a entrepreneur. So this is something which needs to be done, and at least I have this vision. Let's see how it goes.
I am hoping that it should work at a 5% it should work. It will really change something.
Yeah, for that the colleges need to understand this vision, and then they need to partner with me. So that's the place where I'm struggling. But it's
I
hope.
might understand and join, but most of the universities are also going with more of the education. They are kind of business only. They are doing their business. They are taking lakhs of money from the graduates, because in the private universities, when you see, there are already means they don't deal in thousands. They are in lakhs, and this
Well, I
is
can't
same.
comment on the business part of that universities, but at least I can help the universities enhance their perspective. Because imagine now companies are coming to hire interns from there. But if they partner with me for this kind of program, tomorrow it can happen that the entrepreneurs are going out of their college who are building the products. Tomorrow companies will come to them not for interns. Companies will say, okay, we saw the students in your college have better quality, and instead of getting them as interns, we will directly hire them as junior professionals. So that is the caliber that I want to give to the colleges. If the colleges can identify or understand what I'm trying to give them. It's not about placement. So today what happens is, if I ask anyone, okay, I will teach you this, they say, okay, इसमें placement मिलेगा क्या? So this placement mindset should go. So they should understand, oh, if I get a knowledge, I don't have to worry about placement. Companies will pick me up anyways. So they don't focus. They always focus on placement, and that's where they break. They only learn limited things. They only mug up. Okay, ये questions पढ़ लो, interview में पूछा जाएगा. Why are net websites filled with interview questions? Why are not they filled with how to enhance your knowledge? This is the most important thing. This is the most important. And the problem is not with the colleges. The problem is with us, we humans. We actually ask the colleges are giving you what you ask for. You didn't tell them, okay, we want knowledge. We just say, मुझे अच्छे company में job चाहिए. Okay, then pay this much. We give you a certificate, we give you a degree, we give you option for projects. Okay, and then we give you placement. Get hired as an intern somewhere. हम लोग responsibility खत्म. There is a cycle which starts from we as parents, as students. So if you tell college that we need this, college will automatically give you what you need. So
Okay.
as a society, we need to change. We cannot put the blame on education system or colleges itself. It starts with us first.
Okay. One last question from the AI. Can AI be a threat for the security? What do you think on that?
AI, see, I will ask you one thing. In the kitchen, you use knife.
Yeah,
What is it used for?
for cutting
Knife.
vegetables, fruits.
What if there is no knife in your kitchen?
Mm,
What if there is no knife in your kitchen? What will happen? And what if that same knife goes in the hand of a robber or thief
mm.
or a psycho?
Understand?
See, AI is just like that. AI is just like that. See, AI is here to help you. They are not here to replace you. They are your
Mm,
assistants. See, long back, when you used to write on paper, it was a tremendous task. Then computers came, Microsoft Word came. Your writing became easy. You can erase, you can even spell check and everything. It didn't replace the typist. It enhanced the work of typist.
mm,
Today, AI is helping you finish things quickly. Washing machine. Washing machine itself has an AI. When you switch the number to level, water level 5, dry
mm,
program, what is that? It's AI. It has actually helped you. It has not replaced you. So
mm.
similarly, what happens is AI, if you use it as an assistant or a tool, it is helpful for you. AI can also help you in your cyber security, because AI has lots of algorithms. What you cannot do based on your limitations, AI can help you find out vulnerabilities in your application. So AI definitely is a good tool if you use it in a proper way. But if you use it for deep fakes or any kind of illegal things, you end up in dark web. That's the reason why I ask my daughter and even everyone, like, please stop posting each and every private moments or each and every photographs on social media. These days, you're not sure that your photographs will be used for AI training, or your photos can also be used for deep learning and for deep fakes. So once anything goes beyond your device, you don't have control, and then don't cry if your photographs or anything is found on dark web.
Yeah, the same thing. I was using since till the before the graduation, I was using social media too much. Means that time I think Instagram was not very much. It was Facebook, so I was using too much. But after the graduation, I have means literally deleted each and single thing, each single photo from my Facebook. There is nothing now. Okay, but the thing is, recently I was checking some of the video. Some means private movements of the girl were leaked. So the guy was telling that he means uh, whatever it comes in your phone, that is on the internet. You delete it, you try to means restore, delete from the recycle bin, do anything, but once it's uploaded. You cannot remove
The
from.
problem that is the basic problem. People have habit of clicking everything in the dressing room and everything. Now the problem is that they never know that, see, whatever you click by default goes on Google Photos on Android. On Apple there might be different software. I don't know. I never use iOS, but then everything that you click goes to Google. And what happens is if some malicious person takes control, and generally we keep sharing things on WhatsApp. So once it goes out, you don't have control where it goes, and then it might land up in dark. Now people also have misconception about dark web. Now in dark web there are three levels of web. One is public surface web, which is public web. Another is a deep web. Now deep web is nothing but any password protected content is in a deep web. Your bank statement, your personal accounts, your dashboard, user dashboard of trading, everything that needs a password to be authenticated to view the content, that is deep web. Now, beyond this deep web, there is dark web, which needs further kind of authentications, and then you get into that area where you are not supposed to. You get also, it's like the underworld of web. So in that
Okay,
underworld of web, you will find both police as well as thieves.
okay, means I just know about dark web. Means I have not used, or it can be used. I don't know. Means I have not means I have not studied about this dark web. So there are you have said you have a knowledge. So I might tell me the audience the normal surface means web which you use on Google, Yahoo, whatever, right? How is
Mhm.
this different from normal?
See, as I just told you, surface web public web is everything which is available publicly. You don't need any password or anything. Then there is deep web. The next level is deep web. Now, deep web is where you need to enter password. Like for example, your bank statement, your accounting, bank accounts, your email accounts, everything. Anything that is protected through password is deep web. Deep below, then comes dark. Now, dark web is a place where any normal person can't go. You need to get a Tor, which is the onion router. Now this Tor is nothing but a kind of a routing mechanism which keeps routing through different. That's the reason why in movies they show कि अब ये US का दिखा रहा है, अब ये रशिया में दिखा रहा है. So it's like it keeps changing your IPs as you browse. Now this Tor is only supposed to used to be browsed. I mean, if you want to access dark web, you need Tor. Now normal humans like us, the more we stay away, just like someone say, okay, उस area में that particular area is kind of ruled by underworld people, just stay away from it. We keep telling students and people and everyone. So it's like it's a warning, don't go there. But in spite of that, you go there, you are responsible for what happens to you. So dark web is not an evil space. Dark web is a place where you get all sort of most hidden things. So now many security organizations have their personal spots on dark web to nab the criminals, because the security agencies have to get into dark web. I mean, they cannot stay on the surface web and then they trap them. They have to have their own website also inside. So dark web, you get all kind of illegal things. But at the same time, it also has anonymous things, like there are social activists, everything. They also use dark webs for posting anonymous content and all those things. So it's a area which is completely neutral area. It's like just like the underworld. It's just like a club of underworld where you get everyone. You will find police also there trying to hunt down criminals. You also find drug dealers. You will also find human traffickers and everyone. And if you want to avoid your photographs to go there, in dark web and getting revealed, just have control on your phone camera and your content. That's it. So it's not a bad area. The things which are done there might be bad. And
Mm.
it's not like, even the websites are not like public websites, like you have riverside.fm, dapple.com. They are not that way. In dark web, the URLs are completely encrypted. It's not that not how it's shown in the movies. Okay, they put some website domain name like chorbazar.com and you go on dark web. It's not like that way. Dark web, it's like you cannot have any website. A
Mm.
dealer will give a private link to the customer. The person, okay, if you want to buy something at this time, I will open the link, click, just like how we do the meeting link on Zoom or Google. We give a link, you click on it and you attend. It's a temporary link.
Sure.
They give you a temporary link, you click, you go to that, and then the transaction mostly happens on bitcoins or encrypted currency and so on. So that's the thing. So it's not for people like us. Whatever we want, we already get on the bright web.
Mm.
So we don't need to go there.
Yeah, so that is means that is a type of illegal means activity for normal.
It's not illegal, it's a gray area. Illegal activities happen through, it's a dark area. It's a dark area. Dark area itself is not illegal, but the illegal entities, they seek dark places. That's why it's dangerous. Your passwords get leaked, everything you can get on dark web, but then it's like stay away from that. Even if you're a student, stay away from doing any kind of, yeah, if you're a cybersecurity student, you go there under supervision of your instructor. They tell you how to browse, how. So until unless you're a cybersecurity professional or you want to do some serious research on cybersecurity and you are well equipped, I mean, this just like you are going into underworld, you cannot go unarmed. If you want to go into those underworld, you need to be with a security person or you need to be well armed. You need to have proper protection. Only then you are. So it's like, don't do like Abhimanyu, go into a Chakravyuh and then don't know how to come out. That's the only thing.
Okay, so just one last question. I want to ask, means that this dark web means who manages this? Means just like on the normal thing we
There
go
is no manager.
search engines. So
There is no manager. There is no manager for internet. Internet is the open area. I mean, it's just like world. You have governances, but there is no governance of dark web as such. It's an area where you can go. It's an open connected, it's an open net, it's a network actually, but it is deep down somewhere in an unknown hidden location, which you access only through IP. So just like the forest, it's just like a forest. Nobody governs them except, even if the forest department has access to the forest, governs the forest, there are deep areas where animals rule. It just darkness just like that. Although it's part of a regulated internet or you can say a world wide web, some areas are where there are no regulations as such. The dark
okay,
entities rule there.
just the last segment. Then I want one of the rapid fire. Just one word you have to means answer. Uh, uh, Business or job?
Depends on what you want. See, it cannot be a rapid fire question. And I am not the right person, or you are the right person to answer this. See, it all depends on person to person. If you think that, see, business is something which you think that you have equal knowledge, you have known the market, and you have the risk to take the financial, or you have the appetite for that financial risk, then go for business. But if you want a stable life, if you want a hassle-free life, and if you think that okay, you are well capable in your skills, but you don't want to get into the hassles of regulation, all those things, go for a job. It all depends on person goals, what you want. So no one can tell whether you should get into business or job. It's like your personal preferences and your appetite for risk. So if you are a family man, if you don't want to take risk, go in a job because both are important. Even the co-founder is an employee of the company. People don't know that. Company is the owner, and even if you're a co-founder director, you still are an employee. So ultimately, you are still doing a job, even if you're into business. So it doesn't matter. It all matter at the end what you want. So
Okay.
the choice between job, business or job. No one can tell you whether it business is good for you or job is good for you. It's you who need to decide based on your calculation.
Money or family?
We need both. It's like asking.
You can select one.
No, I mean, I don't go for this binary money or family. I want both. I mean, what's the point of having money if you don't have family to spend on?
Okay. Uh, Health or money?
Health, because if I have good health, I can anyways earn money.
Okay. Passion or perseverance?
I lost you. Passion or
Passion or perseverance?
I pursue my passion, and that's how it becomes my job and business.
Uh, Smart work or hard work?
I go for smart work.
Okay. Car or bike?
I prefer both. Bike for some place, car for some place.
Okay. The last one, Indian or Chinese?
Definitely Indian.
Let me. The Indian dal chawal.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, guys, this was all. I hope Praveen, you also like because this was also
yeah.
my
This was yeah.
yes my second podcast. So I was I tried my best